This is Peter Lau. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd. I'm at 4201 North Virginia Road, Long Beach, California. I'll be answering through the front side cleanout. Here is the cap for this cleanout. This is the front door. In a brief moment, we will be transitioning to the end of the sewer line, as that provides the clearest video. We're about 93 feet into the main sewer line. We're at a blockage point. Blockage point cannot be determined, but it is most likely being caused by root intrusion, as the sewer line does run in very close proximity to the tree closest to the sidewalk. We're noted at a depth of 4 feet. A picture of the exterior will be included in the report as to which tree I'm talking about. But as I pull the line back, the distance indicator is on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. So we're noticing a little bit of stagnant water in the line. So we've pulled about 5 feet so far, and the camera head is still underwater. So at about 85 feet, finally we have gone above water. We're noticing that it's very slowly draining, and you can see basically on the left and right hand side of the clay piping, we're noticing that there's just roots growing in. So what I'm going to recommend is to have the line hydrojetted to clear out all these roots, and to make sure that that root blockage at about 93 feet is not causing any permanent damage to the line. And you can see that there's just roots lined once again to the right and left hand side of the clay piping. So the clay line does run actually very close to 2 trees along the way. So typically you do get root intrusion because of offsets within the clay. So this is a good example of offsets combined with root intrusion. So an offset of a joint is basically a joint that connects 2 sections of clay piping together. Over time it becomes off-centered due to earthquakes, heavy construction, and things of that nature. And that allows for moisture to seep out of that joint, which allows for the roots to detect that there is water in the sewer line, so it naturally wants to grow where there is water. So once again, I will recommend a hydrojetting of the main line to clear out those roots. And what a hydrojet is basically, it's a high pressure water system. It goes up to about 4,000 psi worth of water pressure. And it basically will cut through almost any debris and root intrusion that have grown in to the line. And since there is a large amount of root intrusion, it's hard for me to see if these roots are causing any cracks or damage to the line. So after hydrojetting, I will recommend that the line gets rescoped. Again, clear out the line with the hydrojet, and then scope the line, and then also verify the condition of the remaining line, as I was not able to reach the city sewer connection. And then at about 60 feet, we're seeing more root intrusion. So I've also marked this location at 60 feet. And we're just seeing a lot of debris buildup and root intrusion within the line. transitioning from clay piping to cast iron, indicating that we are getting closer to underneath the house. Typically you'll see cast iron being used anytime during the 70s and prior. So this house was built 1915 according to my documentation. So it's perfectly normal to be seeing this cast iron material. If you'll remember from the beginning of the video, the clean out itself is ABS, so we do have a portion of the line being that plastic pipe. Scaling is observed within the cast iron portion of the line, and scaling is basically a buildup of minerals that gets caked onto itself over the years. So it makes it hard for me to detect if there are any cracks or leaks on the exterior side. And then at about 16 feet we do transition to ABS, which I talked briefly about, but this is basically newer plumbing material. You're going to see this home is built after the 1970s and beyond, and it's still being used today. It's a great material. It's relatively resilient against root intrusion. It is predisposed to bellies, which is a sag or a low spot in the line because of the flexible nature of this pipe. So water was ran prior and during this inspection. It's been about 15 minutes since it's been turned off, and we're not noticing any stagnant water in this portion of the line. And this concludes the inspection of the main sewer line. All the recommendations and observations will be noted in the written portion of the report. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to call, text, or email me.